guys, it's Morphin time! Dragon Sword! Yo, what is up, my Knights of the Round Table? Welcome back to another Titanium battle. This is Tommy Oliver versus Captain Ginyu? I'm not a Dragon Ball guy, but I am a Power Rangers guy. So I'm very excited to see this, but before we begin, I just want to say R.I.P. Jason David Frank, forever the GOAT. Let's get into this. I'm already rooting for Tommy.
Oh, I almost wish I could thank those Earthlings back on Namek. Or, well, what's left of Namek anyway. A whole new galaxy to grind under my heel. It seems only fair that I start with their home, Earth. Ginyu,
okay.
Your men.
Yes, sir, Lord Frieza. You must be one of Frieza's
That's right,
monsters.
baby. It's Morphin time.
I don't know who you are, but I'm not letting you take this planet.
Woo! Get that theme in.
The Ginyu Force doesn't need your permission.
Dragon Sword.
We shall subjugate this planet in the name of Lord Frieza. And why would you care? Don't just stand there and stare. Kid, I know you're aware you've been evil. It's not rare. We're just following orders like you do with your old master. Difference being, this team's causing disasters which fester. Got a lot to learn, kid. Sure you live enough for conquering. I mean, with all the plundering, your potential's what you're squandering.
Okay.
Gingerly lucky you, I'm at liberty. True with us to stay alone, just like way back with Kimberly. Talk from the guy who has steel powers to stay.
Okay, that's what Tommy talk your shit.
On your head. Or maybe it's someone else's. You're selfish, so selfish.
Okay, my boy gonna be a flower. Dorn.
Force. Now at least my team is competent at stomping discourse. All is true in my heart. You'll regret what you wrote. You're not a frog finally, but in the end you still
You're a crow. Hi, I'm a frog. I get it.
Can't even dismiss me. Surprised you remember to communicate, let alone diss me. Your greatest failure and it reflexively hurts. When you switch side, new times aligned, your crimes decline.
Okay, I like that flow.
Worse. At least I saw the light. You died quick and forgettable.
Damn!
Regrettable with pacing.
That's my White Ranger right there.
First. Normally you hide behind your men. Well, I'm up front, I confront and villains think to torment.
Damn, he's right. He always wanted to smoke.
Who you become, you're still under Frieza's heel. With all the body swabs, seems you forget what our roles are. I'm the hero, you're somehow we're sundering the gold.
Darn.
Heroes and XCT's not too much to handle. Good breeze will knock you down, boy, out like a candle. When the light fades, you're too weak to take command. The worst poses and costumes, then the great Saiyaman. Humans are so meek in any case. Even
those poses were fresh as fuck.
You eat nothing but cowards. You're missing for hours. Just abandoning your team because you can't keep your power. Only reason you sit around is because you're commonly marketed. You're still the weakling. No wonder you're constantly targeted. You got so many failing romances. This is stuff to take to heart. Possess this snowboarding champion love interest of yours. How great of a flake you are. We've all made mistakes, some consumed with regret.
Talk your shit, Tommy. He done stained your jacket. Talk your shit.
The monsters I've slain. I'll still lead the crusade against those who'd invade. No matter the iteration, they recognize I'm the greatest.
That's right.
Once you failed, you were replaced with the latest.
Woo!
The strongest body, you still found ways to lose. Because you choose to refuse that you could pay your dues. We're not finished yet. Mega Dragon Sword, power up! Here's his last stand, boys. Hit him with everything you got. What? You kept on coming back, you couldn't move on, just face it. Leave leadership to the new guard you were replaced with. The Flanderized import of Sentai, don't try to pretend.
Okay, that's true.
Series trying to remake the magic again and again. And they failed every time after you dug graves for these four. Your team stood and died to one you were stronger than before. Keep guiding the next gen, all your bodies have their limits. At least you'll live on, your return lasted a couple minutes.
That was Titanium as Tommy. That was a really good Jason David Frank impression. Like, that was phenomenal. I didn't know Titanium had that kind of range to voice Tommy. You know, JDF has a very specific voice. I miss him. I'm sad I never got to meet him. But I think Tommy got it, because look, Ginyu's best diss was the fact that, you know, Tommy was always kind of inconsistent because his powers were always fading. So, you know, he could only help so much. That was a good diss because it was true. Tommy could not help a lot. But Tommy was also kind of hitting him with some truth. He's like, dude, you're just the latest. You're replaceable. Your return lasted a couple of minutes. My legacy's immortal. Like, Tommy was hitting back. So, if you guys are new to the channel, we respect the bars.
Almost wish I could thank those Earthlings back on Namek. Or, well, what's left of Namek anyway. A whole new galaxy to grind under my heel.
Why does Frieza... You ever notice Frieza, like, even in the Dragon Ball anime, he sounds like Joker.
It seems only fair that I start with their home, Earth. Ginyu? Prepare your men.
Oh, wait. What was that? Let's do it. Fuck it. Magic wand! Make my monster grow! Somebody do Frieza versus Rita. That's a battle. That's gonna be the sequel to this. That's gonna be Frieza versus fucking Rita.
Yes, sir, Lord Frieza.
I wasn't too sure I could do Rita's voice, and I can't because I can't get that high, but
You must be
it's like a high witch voice.
one of Rita's monsters. I don't know who you are, but I'm not letting you take this planet.
Fun fact, y'all can peep when you watch Power Rangers. If you want to tell which was filmed in the United States and which was filmed in Japan, just look at the gold armor piece. The scenes that were filmed in Japan for the original Sentai series, it's more of a solid piece, but when the costume was imported here to America for Power Rangers, that kind of got destroyed, so they replaced it with like a paper type thing. Like that's in Japan.
The Ginyu Force doesn't need your permission to conquer. We shall subjugate this planet in the name of Lord Frieza! And why would you care? Don't just stand there and stare. Kid, I know you're aware you've been evil. It's not rare.
This is a reference to the fact that Tommy's been evil. You know, that's how he got his start, was Rita put him under a spell to make him her Green Ranger. And if you want to count Lord Draken was evil. Lord Draken was a fucking menace to society.
I'm just following orders like you do with your old mess.
I'm just following orders like you did with your own masters. Yeah, he followed order to Rita.
Difference being this
And
team
he follows orders to Frieza. Rita and Frieza.
disasters much faster. What to learn, kids?
Yeah, Power Rangers fights can cause disasters.
Sure you live, but not for conquering. I mean, with all the plunder, your potential's what you're squandering.
Yeah, he's saying he's squandering his potential for, you know, plundering and, you know, being the good guy. Which isn't true, because the Green Ranger was powerful.
Really lucky you have the liberty. Join with us or stay alone, just like way back when Kim.
Join us or stay alone, just like you did with Layback with Kimberly. This is the fact that Kimberly and Tommy kinda were a couple, but they never got back together. And that is a failure in storytelling, my friend.
Tough talk from the guy.
That, I think, is United States, because it looks more papery there. So, Ginyu's first verse wasn't very punch-heavy. Like, the Kimberly disc was the best he had.
Let's steal powers to stay ahead.
Okay, this guy steals power. Okay, you talk tough for a guy that steals powers to stay ahead. You know, he's like, you're not tough. You take powers from others.
Never been on point like those spikes on your head.
Never been on point. Looks like those spikes on your head. The spikes go this way. They're not on point. He's saying your rhymes are not on point. Like the spikes on your head. That's a good diss.
Or maybe it's someone else's. You're selfish, so selfish.
Your self is so selfish. I love that word. I just love that rhyme scheme right there.
Taking bodies for your own means doesn't even matter what his health is.
Doesn't even matter what his health is. I'm pretty sure he stole powers from people that were dying or something. Dragon Ball fans, correct me. That right there is United States, because you can see it. It has more of a papery, flimsy-like material. I've reformed. I'm adorned. Yeah, so Tommy reformed once he got out under Rita's control. He became the hero. He became the hero. Really, he's like the most popular Power Ranger.
Reformed, I'm adorned with a new righteous force. Now at least my team is competent at stomping discourse.
Yeah, at least my team is competent at stomping discourse. You know, the Power Rangers, they are very competent when it comes to just beating ass, because Power Rangers really don't lose like that.
This is true in my...
Before somebody corrects me, oh, you know, Power Rangers, they blew up the Earth. That's one time. Even then, that wasn't this team. This team would have stomped their ass out.
Hard. You'll regret what you wrote. You're not a frog finally, but in the end, you still croak.
You're not a frog finally, but in the end you still croak. So it has something to do with a frog right there. But that reminds me of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie, where Adam was disappointed because he was a frog. You know, Billy's a wolf, Tommy's a crane, Aisha's a bear, Rocky was an ape, Kimberly was a swan, maybe? Or maybe she was the crane? I can't remember which one. Kimberly and Tommy were both birds, okay? And Adam was a frog. He got the lamest one. He knew. He's like, bro, I'm a fucking frog. So that's what that line right there reminded me of.
No one hits me and miss
And croak, you know, you still died. You know, when a frog croaks, when you croak, you die.
me. You can't even dismiss me. Surprised you remember to communicate, let alone diss me. You're Rita's greatest failure.
Let's run that back.
Quote, no one hits me and miss
No one hits me, you miss me. I like that word. I like that rhyme.
me. You can't even dismiss
You can't even dismiss me.
me. Surprised you remember to
Surprised you remember to communicate,
communicate,
let alone diss me. So Tommy had a bad thing of communication in the show, but this was the way to write him off because, you know, they had to use footage from Japan for the Sentai series, so Tommy couldn't be in every episode, so they had to think of ways to write him out. Like, oh yeah, my phone, I didn't have a phone near me or something like that. My pager wasn't near me because this was the 90s.
diss me. You're Rita's greatest failure and it reflexively hurt.
Yeah, he would be. I don't know. Rita has a lot of failures.
When you switch side, new times, aligns, you're
Yeah, he did switch sides. He did go from evil, but he was controlled. Mind controlled, though.
crimes decline, made you progressively worse. Lisa saw the light. You died.
Made you progressively worse. I think this could be a reference to the fact that the Green Candle was taking his powers away. And it was basically how, it was a reference to how in the Sentai show, the Green Ranger and Red Ranger were brothers. And he died. But, you know, Power Rangers was more aimed at kids. So they're like, oh, fuck, I can't kill him. So he's just going to lose his powers.
quick and forgettable. You're incredible, regrettable with
I love that. I think you're incredible, regrettable with pacing, unacceptable, you know, referencing his show.
pacing unacceptable. I'm surprised you're fighting first. Normally,
That was my phone. Fuck it, we ball. Okay, I love this line right here. I love this diss. I'm surprised you fight first. Normally you hide behind your men. Because that's how Ginyu fights. He hides behind his men. He's like, I'm surprised you're fighting first. Talk your shit, Tommy.
hide behind your man. Well, I'm up front. I confront any villain think to torment.
Yeah, Tommy's like, look, I'm about that action. I'm Action Jackson up in this bitch. I want the smoke. Even when he was a bad guy, he wanted the smoke.
Some big baddies, you'll never be the deal. No matter who you become, you're still under Frieza's heel.
He's like, look, no matter who you become, what powers you steal, you will always be under Frieza's heel. You will always be a lapdog, son. You'll always be a whipping boy.
With all the body swabs, seems you forget what our roles are.
With all your body swap, it seems you forget what our roles are.
I'm the hero. You're somehow worse underling than gold.
You're somehow worse underling than Goldar. Goldar! Goldar was Rita's underling, and he would be Captain Ginyu. If Rita's Frieza, Goldar would be Captain Ginyu. But he's like, you're even worse than Goldar. You're even weaker.
I beat heroes and angsty teens, not too much to handle.
I beat heroes and angsty teens, not too much to handle. This reference to the fact that the Power Rangers are teenagers with attitudes.
No good breeze will knock you down, blow you out like a candle.
Blow you out like a candle. This is a reference to the Green Candle I mentioned earlier that Rita burned, and it slowly took away his powers.
When the light fades, you're too weak to take command.
Yeah, that was when the candle, you know, melted. He lost all of his power.
The worst poses and costumes than the great Saiyaman.
Yeah, this reference, you know, how Power Rangers have the, you know, colorful costumes, and they do, like, all these poses, just like Goku does, or Saiyan-Zu.
The humans are weak, so meek in any case. Even Dodo could solo such a pathetic race.
Even, you know, talking about, you know, how we're weak, we're pathetic, even Godo could solo us.
You eat nothing but cowards, you're missing.
He doesn't think highly of us humans.
For hours.
Like I said, this is a way to write him off.
In your team because you can't keep your power.
Yeah, that's true. That was, I think, Ginyu's best diss. Because you can't keep your powers. That was kind of the thing the writers were stuck with. Like, here was this character they had to write in because he was in the Japanese show. And where they're like, well, shit, he was popular, so now we gotta film more scenes with him. But fuck, he's losing his power, so he's gonna come to us in and out. We're gonna make excuses of where he's at. Oh, he's making a costume. Oh, he's doing this. Oh, he has homework. Oh, he has this. So this does ring true.
Oh, only reason you sit around is because you're commonly marketed.
Yeah, you're commonly marketed. Yeah, he was the most popular Ranger.
You're still a weakling. No wonder you're constantly targeted. You got some.
I'm not giving you that. Tommy's not the weak link.
Any failing romances, this stuff to take to heart. Is that the snowboarding champion love interest of yours?
Yeah, snowboarding champion. Okay, that could be Kimberly. That could. I don't know if Kimberly was snowboarding. It might have been Kat. It might have been Kat. Kate, whatever her name was. She was the second Pink Ranger.
How great of a flake you are! We've all made mistakes, some consumed with regret. With all this life takes, I'll still never forget.
See, look, this is what I love about Tommy's verses. It captures his character. He's uplifting. He's motivational. just like the character of Tommy was.
All the friends that I've made, the monsters
I've slayed. That's right. You know, he slayed a lot.
To lead the crusade against those who'd invade.
Dude, Tommy was the mainstay. He was in Mighty Morphin, Turbo, Zeo, Dino Thunder. He came back for the Megaforce thing, and I want to say he was in a sixth one. Either way, yeah, he was in the movie. He cameoed in the movie. So, like, Tommy was the fucking GOAT. He will always be the GOAT, because he never backed down.
No matter the iteration, they recognize I'm the great.
No matter the iteration, they recognize I'm the greatest. That's fucking right, Tommy.
Once you up and failed, you were replaced with the latest.
Once you up and failed, you were replaced with the latest. You know, Tommy's flexing on him. He's like, look, yeah, you're right. You dissed me because I was popular. Well, guess what? I'm more popular than you. I'm a mainstay. Nobody remembers you. You're replaceable.
Even with the strongest body, you still found ways to lose.
Even with the strongest body, some ways to lose, basically calling you weak-minded.
Because you choose to refuse that you could pay your dues.
Okay, yeah, he's saying he takes shortcuts. You know, if you don't pay your dues, you're taking shortcuts.
We're not finished yet.
And that reflects Tommy's work ethic. You know, Tommy never took shortcuts.
Mega Dragon Sword, power up! Here's his last stand, boys. Hit him with everything you got. Right. You kept on coming back. You couldn't move on. Just face it. Leave leadership to the new guard you were replaced with. Flounder.
Yeah, he.
Leave leadership to the new guard.
How do I explain
Here's
that?
his last stand, boys. You got. Right. You kept on coming back. You couldn't move on. Just.
He did keep coming back. Like, you know, like when they realized the character was popular, they had to bring him back for a few more episodes. Then they brought him back as the White Ranger. So yeah, Tommy was like the most popular character.
Face it. Leave leadership to the new.
Had to wait. What'd he say?
Just face it. Leave leadership.
Had to leave leadership to the new guard.
To the new guard
You were replaced with. Didn't he? I can't remember the character's name, but Tommy did finally relinquish leadership to a new guy. I just can't remember his name. He was in. He was in the later seasons of Turbo.
Place with a Flanderized import of Sentai. Don't try.
Yeah, you know, Power Rangers is an import of Super Sentai. That's true.
This one's influential. Our series trying to remake the magic again and again.
Okay, so that's a good diss. Like, he's saying, look, you're an import of Super Sentai. We're original. Dragon Ball's original, bitch.
And they failed every time after you dug graves for these four.
Damn, he's like, look, you know, that's a rebuttal. You know what a rebuttal is? He's basically saying, we're such an influential show, they try to copy our magic again and again. And he's saying, you failed 4 times. Oh, wait, ain't that what he said? Hang on.
Make the magic again and again. And they failed every time.
Okay, and they failed every time once you dug graves for these 4, referencing Captain's army, or his squad, wherever they are.
Time after you dug graves for these 4. Your team stood and died to one you were stronger than before.
Is that true? My Dragon Ball fans, is that true?
Team stood and died to one you were
did he get his team killed?
stronger than before. You got in the next gen. All your bodies have their limits. No legacy will live on. Your return lasted a couple minutes.
He's like, that's true. Tommy always kind of led the next gen. Like, he was always there in some capacity. And Tommy's legacy will always be immortal. And he's like, your return only lasted a couple of minutes. Out of the 2 of us, I'm going to be remembered. You're going to be forgotten. And that's true. Like, Tommy's disses rang true. And only 2 of Ginyu's really hit. Or 3 of them. So, I'm going to give this battle, like I said, I'm a big Power Ranger fan. I'm not really a Dragon Ball guy, so please tell me what I may have missed or may have gotten wrong. And please inform me stuff that I have asked, because I didn't know, just like getting his team killed. But as you see, I am a big Power Rangers fan. I loved Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I loved SPD. I just love Power Rangers. Tommy was always my favorite character, and he always will be. So, with that in mind, I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. I think it's really special and kind of a cool homage to JDF, you know, and a homage to Tommy himself. So, I think it's a good battle. I think it's a really good battle. I love how the beat has the Mighty Morphin theme in it. I love how in character Tommy is, like how his rhymes are kind of like low-key motivational, kind of signifying, you know, Tommy's leadership, how he inspired others. So, hats off to Titanium for just being so in character with Tommy. So, 9 out of 10. Tommy Oliver is your winner, in my opinion. Let me know who you guys thought won in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I did. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Sit. Aya!